My name is Brian Kane, and I am a small business solutions advisor with the Microsoft Connections team. In the previous webcast, we took a look at how easy it is to set up an Office Live for small business basic site. Now, we're going to go in, add some users to our account, configure their email addresses, as well as begin to make changes to our site. We've logged into our Office Live page, and we're ready to begin making some of the changes we spoke of. Let's begin by adding some new email addresses. First, click on Administration on the left-hand portion of the page. Then, click on Email Accounts. Then, click Create New Email Account. With Office Live Basics, we can create up to 25 email accounts. Now, I'll add in information about the user I want to add. Once we have entered in our information, click Next. Our new email address has been configured. Now, let's go in and add Remington, who we've just configured an email address for, as a user so that he can make revisions to the site. To do so, click on Users and Permissions on the left-hand portion of the page, under Administration. Then, click on Add User. We have the option of making Remington either an administrator or an editor. Let's make him an editor. You can see, in a matter of seconds, we added Remington's new email address and then configured his user access rights as well. We've logged out as the administrator, and now we're going to sign in as Remington just to show you what the experience is like for him. Once we click on Sign In, we're going to be asked to provide some additional information. This will only be the first time you set up your account. A few of the key options include your password, alternate email address, as well as some personal information. Once we complete filling out that information, we'll be asked to sign in one more time. This time, we'll be taken to the Member Center portion of our site. Let's take a look at how this is different than when we're logged in as the administrator. For an example, let's go to the administration page. You can see on the left-hand side the number of options we have is currently limited. And when we click on Users and Permissions, we're going to get an error message that tells us access is denied. This is because we are configured as an editor. As an editor, we do have the ability to make changes to the website. Let's go ahead and do so. Before we do, let's first take a look at what our site currently looks like. Click on View Site under the website part in the Member Center page. Here's what our page currently looks like. Let's close out of this and begin making changes to the site. Click on Design Site directly below View Site. Then, click on Site Designer or any one of the pages to launch the editor. Site Designer has now launched, and we'll begin making changes to our site. Let's begin by making changes to our entire website. Each of the changes we make will be reflected in each of our different web pages. In Site Designer, the first thing we're going to do is change the theme of our site. Currently, this is the saw and other tools you see in the upper left-hand portion of the header. We are going to select General, No Photos. Then, we're going to change the style of the page. Finally, two more steps. First, we will delete the plain text header we currently have. Click on Header, select the text in our header, press backspace or delete, and then press OK. And finally, we're going to add in a logo to our header. Currently, we have no pictures uploaded. Let's upload the picture that we just got back from the print shop. Once you select which logo you'd like to use and you've uploaded it, simply select it from the different options you see here. We've selected the logo, where we'd like to place it, and now we'll click OK. To view the changes we've just made, click the View button on the top of the page. Whenever you navigate away from a page that you've made changes to, you'll be asked if you want to save your changes. If you had done something you want to undo, you would simply click Cancel. However, we love the changes we've just made, so let's click OK. Here's what our site now looks like. You can see the logo we just got back from the print shop is now in our header. I hope you've enjoyed today's webcast. We've gone through OfficeLive Small Business Basic and set up a new user account, configured their email, as well as begun to make changes to our site. In the upcoming webcast, we'll take a look even further at making changes to our website. For other great videocasts, audiocasts, resources, as well as information about free live events in your area, please visit Microsoft.com/connections.